Welcome to a live stream. I'm up here. We haven't done one of these in quite a while, so of course there's like nobody joined yet, which big deal. It's okay. We'll just wait for some people, and I'll just talk to myself while we are waiting for some folks to join as it gets out. And I'm gonna sit in the car because why wouldn't I sit in the car? This is a car YouTube channel. So I'm gonna sit in the car. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hello, two people. I'm just getting ready, trying to adjust the camera here. Okay, that looks good. So welcome to a Wednesday night live stream with a drink, of course. So basically with these things, I mean, I haven't done one in a really long time, but kind of just play it by ear, and people join, answer questions about the channel, about the cars. Really, we talk about anything. So there's not a ton going on. I did get the clutch disc in today. I took the old one out and I got the new one in, cleaned up the flywheel, cleaned up the clutch pressure plate, and it all had like a really light sheen of oil in it, and I put the new rear main seal in. So really crossing my fingers that it fixed it, or fixed the leak, because I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure that was the issue. So really hoping that that fixes it and we can move on with our lives and get back to enjoying the car, because I miss it. It's been sitting up on jack stands for like 3 weeks now, and I go out for a drive and I see people in their fun cars and their convertibles, and it's just like, really wish I had mine. So I think this weekend, hopefully this weekend, we can get it back on the ground and get her out on the road again. And I looked it up to double check. Exetti's break-in process for the clutch is 500 city miles, 1,000 highway miles. So figure we can probably, get pretty close to those highway miles. And I broke the clutch in last time too. Just don't remember it taking so long. So I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But clutch break-in, and then we can get back to our data logging and back to doing, all the normal things that we do with the car once the new clutch is broken in. But lots of cleaning, lots of brake cleaner. My whole garage, it just smells, it reeks of brake clean, which is kind of a delightful smell at first, but the stagnant smell of brake clean is just kind of vile. So, but things are getting cleaned up. Like I said, everything's back on the car. So I think Eric said something, missed my NC, but at least I still have the Mazda speed. Well, I think you need to get your NC back. I don't know. I mean, I hope it's done. I think you told me it was done, but it was just the weather. Was it last weekend that the weather was bad? Might have been last. I don't know. If all the weeks have kind of run into one another, but you'll get it back soon enough, and I know you'll enjoy it. So I am thinking about selling something that I think some of you might be interested in. I am thinking about selling my my G Racing shifter. I like it. I really like it a lot, but part of me feels like someone else could make much better use of it. It's a really nice shifter, Um, Part of me would rather have the $100 that I could get for it rather than keeping it. I don't know. Still debating. So if someone's watching this and you want it, maybe let me know and I'll think about it. But otherwise, it might be for sale soon. It is for 5 speeds if anyone's curious. Is your rear main fix all done? Kind of. So today I took the old today I took the old rear main seal out, took the clutch off, flywheel, all that stuff, cleaned everything. I put a bead of RTV down where there was a light layer, and and then put the new rear main on, and then I put a new clutch disc on, cleaned the flywheel, cleaned everything. So all I need to do now is hopefully by this weekend. Definitely by this weekend. This is the plan: is to get the transmission back on, put oil in it, put trans fluid in it, and get everything back. I want to drive the car this weekend, so that is the plan: is to get it done this weekend. So I made some good progress today. I got like most of the dirty work done. I still need to clean the inside of the transmission out because it's still full of oil, but just haven't really had time to do that yet. So that's the plan. We're about 50% there though, which is good. Over 50% there. Glad to see the transmission slide out easy for you. Really enjoy videos. Thanks, man. I appreciate you checking out the videos. Yeah, and quite honestly, taking the transmission out, it was quite honestly easier, much easier than I thought it was going to be. A lot of people, when I looked it up, people were talking about how it was like it was like a all day long job. And I'm sure if you, I bet I could do it, I bet I could have done it all in one day, if I didn't split the difference and split the times up and everything. Um, but I mean, I did it without a trans jack. Would the trans jack have made it easier? Absolutely, would have made it way way easier. I just balanced it on top of my hydraulic jack and tried to ratchet strap it around. But I mean, it came out a little goofy, a little wonky. But I mean, I did it by myself, and I mean, it really wasn't that hard. Everyone was saying how hard the bolts would be to get to, but I did everything with like a couple extensions. Really wasn't too hard. Having the same issue with my 2.5 Remain. I have an aftermarket one, and right now I'm going to Ford stock. Yeah, well, just be careful because fix it sooner rather than later because what mine leaked for a really long time, and I would just fill it with oil and it was always fine, and like it really wasn't a big deal. I mean, like sometimes cars leak oil. And I knew where it was coming from. I knew it was the rear main seal area, but that flywheel, when it catches that oil, it flings it all inside your transmission. And once oil gets on your clutch disc, you pretty much have to get a new one. So fix it earlier rather than later, or you'll be ending up like me and you'll still be taking your transmission apart, but you're gonna have to pay for a new clutch, which is more expensive. And if you have the Exetti Stage 1 5-speed, I had to really I was really lucky to find one. They're out of stock in a lot of places, and a lot of places don't sell the disc just by itself. Yeah, I did my 2.5 out the bottom, which was incredibly easy. But I haven't done it from the top. So I bet if you took the transmission off and if you pulled the engine out from the top with the transmission off, I bet that was pretty straightforward and simple. But yeah, so I guess one thing that I do want to talk about is why this video is on Wednesday. So normally I'll do like a live stream on the weekends. And I try to do one when I don't have a video scheduled to go out. And normally Wednesdays are golf days. And I didn't have a golf video today because one, I ordered something and it hasn't shipped yet. So thanks ECS Tuning. It's the first time I've ever had a slow order from them. But otherwise, I don't have like a ton of stuff to do to the Golf. I basically did everything that I kind of wanted to do to it in like the first year of ownership, which it is what it is. But I mean, I put the springs on it. I would do brakes, but it already has Golf R brakes, and I don't need new rotors yet. So that would be coming in the future. Um, I mean, besides a few visual modifications, some there I want the rear diffuser. It's not even in stock yet, so I can't even order that. Wrapping the roof, that's not something that I'm super concerned with at the moment. Um, and I mean, I did the downpipe and the tune, and like like engine wise and like performance wise, that's really all I want for right now. I mean, if you guys didn't watch, it's a stage two EQT tune. The car should be making like 320 ish horsepower, somewhere close to that. I mean, it's a fast car. Like it's definitely a lot faster, and it's really really fun to drive. The Golf is an awesome car. Um, it's really really fun, and it does everything that you would want it to do. But I haven't run out of things to do. I've run out of things I want to do for the time being. So I'm going to think of some golf stuff to do in the coming days, but we'll see. Golf days. I thought you were getting. No, I don't. I don't normally. I'll golf sometimes with like my dad and my brother, but golfing is not. It's not my first sport. Second car is Nissan hardbody. Hardbodies are pretty cool, man. Yeah, I for a while I was looking at Nissan hardbodies, but I would because I wanted when I had the Miata, I wanted to get one for just like having like a truck basically, and I didn't want like a truck. Part of me did when I was looking for the Golf. I really really considered getting like a Chevy Silverado, um, but they're just so expensive, and I don't want to buy like I didn't want to buy like a Chevy truck that had like roll up windows and cloth seats that are meant for like I don't know tradespeople. I wanted something nice, but yeah, those I mean those trucks are pretty expensive. Rear pillar wrap possibly for the Golf. I've seen people do that, and I think on some colors it looks cool. I'm not big on it though. I'm not big on it for the like I don't know. If I were to do it on my car, it would have to be like gloss black or matte black. And if I had a set of wheels, I think it might look better, but I'm not huge into like I think it's cool and I understand why people do it because I think it looks nice, but I just don't really want to do it for my car, I guess. It's like some people like the fender stripes on like the Mazdas and stuff, and you know, I think they look cool, but I just don't want to do it. Console about four Rangers, F-150. Yeah, the little mini trucks. I mean, those are really cool. I like the Rangers and the Mazdas, um, and the Nissan Hardbody. The I mean, the Tundra, I guess, is kind of a mini truck. The older ones are maybe like considered like a little mini truck, but the Tundras, I mean, or I'm sorry, the Tacomas, those are like unobtainium. They're so expensive now. Extended cab when I bought it, slam, terrible. Tombstone stop. That's probably pretty nice. If I got a hard body, I mean, you would have to put like an SR20 in it because that's all it is. It's like because I'm pretty sure they put those K series motors in the hard body, so I'm sure you can put an SR20 in it, which would be sick. What are your favorite tires to help lay down all the power from your 2.5 swap? Right now on my rears, I have these Riken Raptor tires, which were like it's kind of like getting a Big Mac from McDonald's. Like that's the best thing that they have, and it's fine. but it's not like getting food from an actual restaurant, if that makes sense. Like they're good tires, but they're not really good tires. And my the biggest issue I'm experiencing is that I with the open diff, if I'm going on like a turn, like a slight turn, um, I would downshift, and since it was an open diff, it would take all the power to one wheel since we were turning, and the car would like it would shimmy out a little bit. It wouldn't like drift, but it would just like shimmy. It feels really weird and not happy. So I think I really need a limited slip diff for this um, to help it even more. But I don't know. There's a lot of tire choices. A lot of people pick different tires, and everyone's tires are the best tires, and you need to get these ones because they're the best. And I don't know. I haven't done enough research on tires to really have an answer for that. Do you think you'll ever go force induction on the Miata? If so, supercharger or supercharger, and why? Um, I've thought about it. Maybe something I'll look into next year. Um, but we'll see. I mean, turbo, supercharger, either one. A lot of people are moving over to the turbochargers because I mean, superchargers sound cool too, but you can't. I mean, turbochargers are just such a unique sound. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I would consider it, but I haven't really thought. I haven't really thought too much on it. I had Joe from Dynatronics put in 2.5 stage 2 cams this weekend. Looks like I need a new master cylinder. Yeah, I had to replace my slave and master cylinder when I did my 2.5. I mean, it's super, super cheap, and it's one of those things that you should replace just to replace it. Especially if he's going to bleed it. It's a pain in the ass to bleed, so if you don't have to do it, then that's good. You might not need master. I got a whole new master cylinder from like I buy mine from O'Reilly's every time, and they're like $30, $35 I think, and they come with a manufacturer warranty. Um, I mean I've replaced the slave cylinder twice. I've replaced the master cylinder twice. It's easy to do and simple to do. You just have to bleed the system afterwards. That's the hardest part. Thanks for all the vids. Use one today to remove the door card. Yeah, the Miata 101 videos are really fun to make. I think I'm gonna make another one on. I did an oil change, so I'm gonna do a diff fluid change one. I think a lot of people like to do those, and they're really fun to make. They're easy to make, and I don't have to like talk on camera, which is nice. Like one of the hardest things to do is today. I was on my lunch break at work, and I felt super motivated to go work on the car, and like especially with maintenance things, like when you're installing a part, it's fine because you can take your time and you're excited. But when you're just doing like maintenance things, you have to like I don't know. I have to think about what I want to say. I have to think about what I want to show, and I kind of take for granted the days where I could just like go out and work in the garage until like 2 a.m. and not worry about filming. And then once I'm done and the excitement wears off, then I'm like, okay, well, I got to edit the video now. And I love doing it. I don't want to stop making the videos or anything. But sometimes it's just like, if I was making videos every single day, I probably wouldn't feel as bad if I like skipped a day. But since I only make videos once a week, my schedule is really crazy. So it's like, I feel like I have to video everything and like I have to be doing something every single week. So it's been a struggle lately with the family and everything. Not struggle in a bad way. It's just it's frustrating because I want to do it, but you know I got a plan and family comes first. So that's just how it goes sometimes. Can't decide on an exhaust. Um, I'd check out YouTube and just you know check out videos. Goodwin has a really good file like a page full of videos on exhaust sounds. Miata 101 videos, thumbs up. Got the straight pipe with cat delete and muffler from Goodwin Racing single pipe. I bet that is really really loud. I had proxy R on my daily and the grip was insane. I've heard the Proxy RRs are good. And as far as cold weather goes, I mean, in Texas we get away with summer tires year round, so it's hot always. Not always, but you know what I mean. Bumper removal video is a big help. I'm glad it was. OBX catback is on my list. Yeah, OBX is pretty good. It doesn't have a catalytic converter. Or I'm sorry, if you're just thinking of the muffler, the OBX muffler is that Becker one or whatever. I heard it's like a mini turbo when you put it on. RS2 Super Street header Helmholtz. Everybody sounds. I have the RS2 with the Max header, but I don't have a Helmholtz pipe. I don't have the Helmholtz pipe. I just have a catted mid pipe, and I like the way my car sounds. I mean, I think I've gone through 3 different mufflers now, 2 different headers, catted, not catted, and I'm pretty happy with the way it is right now as is. Straight pipe rattles on my house, windows of my house. I can't. I would love to do that, but I cannot. If I could have, if looking back when I had that ISR muffler delete, I kind of wish I would have kept that and just put a resonator in the mid pipe, and it probably would have sounded pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it was just so loud. Like it was just so loud. I couldn't do it. I've heard those Helmholtz pipes are good, but I mean, everyone's exhaust is different, so I don't I don't have like my car's not that loud. Like it's certainly louder, but it's really not that loud. I mean, it's got the muffler and the cat, like the high flow cat. What about the Roadster Sport Race Single? I had the Roadster Sport Race Single was the first muffler I got for this car, and putting that on a stock setup sounds really really good. So if you keep your mid pipe with the cat and resonator, and keep your header with your cat in it, it sounded really really nice. It sounded like the car should have sounded from factory in my opinion. And when I was running the OBX header with OBX mid pipe, no cats, no resonators in that muffler, it was insane. It was insanely loud. And when I put I put a catalytic converter in the mid pipe, and it definitely quieted it down, but it was still really really loud. So if you have that muffler, just be prepared because anything you do after that is only going to make it louder. And it's already a pretty aggressive sounding muffler, so got my straight pipe. Yeah, a lot of people have it. I mean, I really liked it. Eric, you can link your video if you want. It's okay. The race single for sure pops, but the pops don't necessarily come from your muffler. The pops come from your catalytic converters. The more of those you take off, the more it's going to pop. Yeah, the no cats, that'll shoot some flames if you don't have any cats. We're reaching close to 30 minutes, and it's 9 o'clock. So I think I'm going to wind down for the evening, call it quits. It was good talking to some of you guys. So delete cats, add header, but keep resonator. You have to be careful with deleting cats because you'll get a check engine light, and if you don't tune it, I don't know if you'll be able to pass inspection. Of course, it depends on where you're located. The government does not like cars that don't have catalytic converters. So take that as you will. Play at your own risk. But it was good talking to you guys. I'll try to do more live streams when I can. I really do enjoy doing them and answering questions and just talking with you guys. It makes me really happy to see that everyone's interested in the channel and wants to join in on the conversation. So stay tuned for this. Sunday is going to be our next Miata video, and hopefully we get the car back on the ground, running, driving, and we can just kind of move on and start working on new things. But stay tuned, guys. Thanks so much for joining in, and I will just talk to you all later.